Hello, my name is Darren. I'm with Rogue Mounted Archers. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to make this hybrid Flue. The supplies you're going to need some contact cement. It's just some I got from Lowe's. Some regular fletching glue. Super glue. Razor blade. Scissors. I like little mini scissors also. A little bit of emery cloth. I use 240 grit. I'm using a Bitzenberger Fletcher. And then I also have a straight clamp from Bitzenberger that I use to cut my feathers. It's not necessary, but it's a handy little tool. Some full length feathers. I use True Flight. And then True Flight also makes what they call their spiral wrap. And it's extra ground. They grind right down, almost right to the quill. Makes it real nice for wrapping the feathers. Alright, the first thing I do is I take this flat fletch clamp, measure from here back, and I make a mark, and then I take a Dremel tool and I make a little cut right there. And what that does is it allows a place for the razor blade to chop the feather. Just like that. These are the driving feathers. Keeps the flue from porpoising from the spiral. On all carbon arrows, I like to just pick and just barely sand the shaft. Some people use acetone alcohol. I find that just a very light sand takes some of that lacquer off. Most time when you fletch, you'll come back here. On these, I fletch all the way to the tip. And just apply a small amount of glue all the way down. I let that dry for at least 20 minutes. I have another one I've already done, just like fletching a regular arrow. When you're done, it'll look just like that. At this point, I like to trim the feathers. I usually use a feather burner, but for this video, I'm just going to use a pair of scissors. I like to put just a slight back cut. Just like that. Now it's actually ready to apply the contact cement. Okay, applying the contact cement, Just take your little brush and brush on all the way around behind the feather. Just like that, just paint it on. You're going to want to let that dry for a full 20 minutes. Take one of your thin cut feathers and do the same thing. Just real carefully put on a little bit of contact cement all the way down it. Doesn't take an excess amount, just enough just to coat it. Let that dry for a full 20 minutes also. Alright, after waiting your full 20 minutes for your contact cement to dry, take your contact cemented arrow and feather. Just drop that down like that. Sometimes it's easier with two people. One can spin the arrow. Also drop these back. But you want to run it just like that. Take a razor blade, trim that back just like that. Take your super glue. You have to use super glue, don't use regular fletching cement. Regular fletching cement will melt the contact cement, and just dot the tips. Put a little bit right there at the front. That one's coming up a little bit, so we're going to just shape it back a little more. Just like that. Put a little drop of super glue on there. Just like that. Let that dry overnight, and now you have a hybrid flue that only goes about 50 yards and just drops right out of the sky.